Heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair, she broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips you drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. I did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool ya. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us as we celebrate and remember Stephanie Nicole Parze on her 27th birthday. Last year, close to 1,000 of us walked down Main Street in Freehold, lighting up the night for Steph. Unfortunately, this year is very different. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic health and safety restrictions, we are unable to come together in person to celebrate Stephanie. That should not change the significance of this special day. Therefore, we bring to you this program tonight. The finale of the evening will truly light up the night for Steph. Before we proceed, I would like to ask everyone to take a moment of silence to remember not just Stephanie, but all those lost to this terrible pandemic and for those senselessly taken as a result of domestic violence. Happy birthday, Steph.
The doorbell rings, it's another meal, a reminder of how we feel. The angels are friends. That rainy night, when will this end? Our lives have changed forever. Oh baby girl, we're back together. The Lord brought our baby home. It's been 3 months, it's been way too long. Her hair, her eyes, she was only 25. Her beautiful smile, our baby is home tonight. No trails, no phones, the uneven ground. We brought you home. Oh my Lord, we couldn't beg and pray any more than we have. Every day in our hearts and on our minds is where you'll remain till the end of time. The Lord brought our baby home. It's been 3 months, it's been way too long. Her hair, her eyes, she was only 25. Her beautiful smile, our baby is home tonight. Her hair, that smile, oh baby girl, you're home with the Lord tonight.
Many of you know her story, but there are many of you who still do not. On October 30th, 2019, Stephanie went missing. All indications pointed to her deranged, on-again, off-again boyfriend as being the one responsible. Thousands of people came together in one of the biggest search efforts I've ever seen. The news of this terrified and awakened our communities, the surrounding communities, and the country. In fact, we even had people from other countries chipping in to lend a hand. It was truly a sight to see. After 88 planned volunteer searches, several searches by the local authorities, Stephanie was found by two young boys walking up Route 9 on their way to work in Old Bridge Township. She was just 19 feet from the side of the road, 1,000 feet from the Grand Marquis Banquet Hall, where my wife Charlene and I were married just 30 years ago. It was January 26th, 2020, just 87 days later. The monster who killed her just tossed her away like a piece of garbage. Today there is a midship memorial at the site where she was found, where many kind people show up to tidy it up from time to time. My family and I are grateful and will always be grateful. We want to thank everyone for all of their efforts, their love and support, both then and now. Without that, we would have never gotten through this. While you watch as we reflect on, celebrate, and enjoy Stephanie's life, consider ways that you can help join us in this fight against domestic violence. Let's light up the night for Steph.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night gets cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let
Eddie and I would sit in our family room and watch TV by ourselves. When we went out, it was always just the two of us. We just used to joke that we had no friends, but now we have been blessed by so many people that are out there. We still get letters in the mail saying that we will never forget Stephanie, or because of Stephanie, she has given them the strength to get away from a bad situation. How much of an impact she has made on so many is amazing. Strangers still come up to us and say they are sorry for our loss and that they don't know what to say. As my eyes fill with tears, I respond back, I don't know what to say. What has happened to our daughter should never have happened. Oh, God. It has been 478 days since I have seen my daughter, talked to my daughter, texted my daughter, hugged and kissed my daughter. Everything was taken away in an instant, possibly less than 2 hours after I last saw her. Who would have thought that we would still be living this unbearable nightmare? I keep saying to myself, 3 months, 3 months. She only knew him for 3 months, and it took us almost 3 months to find her. She never got the chance to see any of 2020, a life so precious gone in an instant. She was robbed of her life. She had so many dreams and hopes and goals for the future. She couldn't wait to have her beach wedding, settle down, and begin a family. But we will never see that beach wedding, her children, or simply the future that was waiting for her. I have always told my girls 2 things. 1, you need to take care of you. You only have one chance in life, and you have to live it to your fullest. You never want to look back and say, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I know I now do that every day. The second is the word next, a little 4-letter word that can mean so much. For anyone that is out there listening to me that is not happy with the relationship you're in, feel like you can't handle the situation by yourself, upset, scared, tired of the same old, don't accept that. Where there's one bad apple, there are 1,000 good ones. Don't accept mediocre. Think of you and use the word next. Don't think you can change someone. Stephanie didn't want us to step in. She asked her father and I to let her handle it. We were constantly telling her next. And she would respond back by saying, I know. She tried breaking it off with him multiple times, but he would just reel her back in. If you have a bad feeling about something or someone, listen to your gut. If you have to think twice about something, it is most likely will be the wrong choice. Stephanie's always looked for the good in everyone. Stephanie had dreams, and she was robbed of those dreams. She had a tattoo on the back of her shoulder that said, everything happens for a reason. As you so know, Steph was murdered on October 30th, 2019, on Halloween, her favorite holiday. She was only 25 with her whole life ahead of her. There was no reason for this to happen. But what has happened since she went missing was her creating her own army, Steph's Angels. She has brought so many people together, people that we haven't seen since high school, our wedding 30 years ago. Families that have drifted apart are now rekindled. Searchers that have become friends and relationships that have grown. We have met so many wonderful people, and some have become our extended family. Our family has been tested over the past 478 days. We not only lost our daughter, we lost my father-in-law, a close friend of the family, 4 dogs, and on top of all that, our business of 17 years due to the pandemic. We had friends and family over every day. It's what got us through every day. Then COVID hit, and we went from having everyone over to an empty house. That was a hard transition to get used to. I still haven't turned the TV on or the radio on. I can't say good morning or good night. It's just morning or night. When it was time to say goodbye to 2020 and hello to 2021, I just lost it during the countdown. To most, it's celebrating a happy new year. To me, it's just a blow in the head that it's just another year I won't see Stephanie. I think about when I was pregnant with her, watching my belly grow and her move inside me. When she was born, going on the bus with her on kindergarten orientation, all the softball games, friends at our house, graduation, vacations. I could go on and on. Being there for so many milestones in her life from childhood to becoming an adult, we have done more things and been to more places and vacations with Stephanie and my girls than most people do their whole lives. I look back now and thank God we did it all when we did. Then I look at it another way. What if we knew we only had so much time with someone we love? That once she was born, we knew at some point that when she was 25, she would have been taken away. Her life would have been ended, murdered. We cannot predict the future. That would be a daily enemy. Your mind is your worst enemy. I know mine is. You don't want to slow down because if you do, that it will give you time to think, time to face reality, which I'm not there yet. She is the first thing I think about when I wake up and the last when I go to bed, and every hour in between. I may look okay from the outside, but inside I am numb and torn into a million pieces and can never be put back together. We now have 2 grandsons. They are our lifesavers. Babies have a way of putting a smile on your face. Stephanie and I never got to meet our youngest grandson, Noah, but his eyes and the way he smiles, I could see Stephanie in him. He was born in the same room that I gave birth to her in. He was born on the 19th, just like her. And after he was born, they put a sign on Brianna's room's door saying, "We love you to the moon and back," which is a saying that she had given to Brianna. Then a close friend gave us, each of us, a necklace that had our picture with Steph on one side, which I'm wearing today, and I haven't taken it off, saying the same saying on the back of Brianna's. I believe she had something to do with those coincidences. These were signs from her. Brianna and Antonio gave Noah the middle name Nicholas for Stephanie, as her middle name is Nicole. I believe her spirit is so strong, which she created is a bigger force than we would ever imagine. She does not want what happened to her happen to someone else. I know once she realized what had happened to her, she was furious, throwing F-bombs left and right. A lot of people will say to me when we were deciding on doing something, for example, our Christmas light display, it's what Stephanie would have wanted. I see it another way. I see her as so mad that this has happened to her and everything she is missing out on. Someone once told me that this had to happen to her, but no one had the connections like we did to bring her awareness. Looking back on the past 478 days, it's all a fog. It seems like yesterday, but also years ago, if that makes any sense. I don't remember how we even began the foundation, but I do know one thing. Stephanie's foundation will help so many. It already has. Please remember Stephanie. Remember what happened to her. Think of how scared she must have been, not able to help herself, the outcome. Then think of your family, your loved ones and friends, and what they would go through if something happened to you. No one wants to be in our shoes. I promise you that. What my husband, girls, and I have been through and will continue to live with the rest of our lives, no one should ever have to endure. There are no do-overs. The way I see it is as each day passes, is just another day closer being with her again. Happy birthday, babe. I love you, Steph, so much. Keep sending those signs and visits in our dreams till we see each other again.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. hand. If I saw you in heaven, would you help me stand? If I saw you in heaven, I'll find my way through night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven. Time can bring you down, time can bend your knees. Time can break your heart, have you begging please, begging please. Beyond the door, there's peace, I'm sure, and I know there'll be no more tears in heaven. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven.
We met September of 2011 in cosmetology class. We never really spoke to each other for the simple fact she seemed really shy and reserved, and she always sat in the front anyway, so we never really had an opportunity to talk to one another. Until we finally got paired to work together in the new year of 2012 to do a practice test, where I would read all the questions and she would answer them. We were a great team doing it that way. I remember one night on a school night, she randomly messaged me and invited me to her 18th birthday party at her house. I arrived at her house early that night because she couldn't find anything to wear, typical stuff, so she needed a friend's opinion. Luckily, I brought her a cheetah dress, not even knowing her style, and we got along just fine after that. Before I knew it, the Parze's basement was full of Stephanie's friends. Turns out the reserved and shy girl was more of a social butterfly. She confided in her friends. She knew how to make people laugh. She was always on the dance floor, and she had the most contagious smile. She took her time to talk to everyone. She made sure everyone had a ride home, and if they didn't, she sure would find them a ride home. I kept thinking to myself, wow, this is a really good friend. I instantly gravitated to her, and after that, we became inseparable. I drove with her to cosmetology school every day for the rest of that school year. The closer I got to her, the closer I got to her family, who always welcomed me in their home like I was one of theirs. Her parents were always the easiest people to talk to, and her sisters started to feel like my own sisters. I admired Steph and her family so much by the amount of fun they all had as a unit. We would all just sit in their family room, watch movies, American Idol or Survivor, and we would just laugh. It felt so good to be around such a warm, close-knit family. There was a point in time where I struggled with anxiety. I can't even begin to explain how many times Stephanie would lay next to me and just draw on her sketchbook just to wait for me to fall asleep. She was hands down the most talented person I knew. She had impeccable dexterity and had a huge understanding for all forms of art. She had the ability to just look at something and duplicate a replica right in her sketchbook. She loved getting her hands dirty. Her fingers were her paintbrushes. And she always would say to me, I need to feel the paint. I need to feel the oil pastels or whatever she was working with at the time. She could do it all. From drawing to painting, from special effects makeup to making jewelry, even from a simple piece of paper to a human body as a canvas. Stephanie even had a knack for doing nails. She always came up with some wild, detailed designs, and I was honored to even let her do my prom nails. She was very hands-on. She could accomplish a task at such a fast rate. I admired that so much about her. Really, anything she put her mind to, she accomplished. And anyone who knew Steph knew that when she had something on her mind, there was no telling her otherwise. Just like any other sister rivalry, we had our fights. But it was just like Ed Parr said in his prior speeches, Stephanie always had to have the last word. We both were very headstrong, so when I met Steph, I had officially met my match. But just like any best friend would, could only go so long without talking before one of us would give in because we just wanted our best friend back. The last couple years, we were living in separate places, and it gave us more time to miss each other. I looked forward to our weekly lunch dates that always included a Long Island iced tea, followed by Steph holding up her glass just to say, cheers me. I never thought what it would be like to lose her. For so long, she was my security blanket, accepting of all things, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I cherished our 8-year friendship. At that point, she was more like a sister. We had ups and downs, we had tough love, and with that combination, it validated for me that no matter what we were going through or how long we went without apologizing because we were both too stubborn to even say sorry, we always had each other's back, and we always came back to each other. I never had a friend like Steph before. She was always different to me. She had a special kind of light that made people gravitate to her. I can still hear her laugh. I can still hear her sarcastic and witty responses. I can still hear her subwoofers off her car coming from a half-mile away. I miss my best friend every day. I pray for her every day. I hope there's a beach in heaven with a tiki bar and some good loud music. I pray that she knows how many people love her and pray for her. Even people that didn't even know her love her. I'm so grateful that the Stephanie Nicole Parze Foundation became to fruition. Stephanie's name and story will forever live on. Steph, I miss you. I love you, and I thank you for being such a genuine friend for all these years. I am honored to call you my best friend. Happy 27th birthday in heaven, until we meet again and I can cheers you.
My friendship with Stephanie started how most friendships do. We met at a party that my boyfriend and I were invited to by a mutual friend, and right off the bat, I knew how beautiful of a person she was once we stepped through the door. She instantly greeted us with a big hi and brought us around to introduce us to everyone there that night. She made us feel welcomed. That's who she was and is. She always made sure that no matter what, you were wanted. That's what was so gravitating about her, amongst many things. This girl was full of surprises. She loved to dance, sing, party, hike, and so much more. Her art was something that I had actually admired most. It was beautiful and vibrant with a slight touch of delicacy, just like her. Steph was so admirable and brave, who wouldn't want to be her friend? One memory that I really hold the most dear to my heart is when her and I went hiking at Washington Valley Park. It was a lazy Sunday, and my boyfriend Mike and I had made plans with Steph and our other friend Mike. We were in the process of figuring out what movie we wanted to go to, and then Stephanie had the sudden urge to go on an adventure. We unanimously agreed on the decision to hike, and it was the best choice ever. We spent hours hiking to the waterfall, and the trip was not easy. At one point, crossing over the river from one tiny rock to another was not fun, so Steph and I said screw it, and we ended up walking through the river with nothing but our sneakers on. Well, we had clothes on, but we were laughing the entire way. It was the most pure and childish moments that I had gotten to spend with her. Being forced to unplug, surrounded by beauty, was the moment when I had realized that this girl in front of me was someone that I needed in my life. I found my best friend that day. On October 30th, 2019, it was the beginning of the longest nightmare for all of us. At this moment, a part of me was taken that I still have yet to fully receive back. Our angel, sister, and friend Steph was taken far too soon from this world by an evil that had lurked for way too long. I wish there was a way to understand why evil things happen to beautiful people, but to fixate on that is even more destructive. From October 31st to January 26th, I didn't know how to breathe. I spent my days waiting and waiting for news that would either destroy my world or let me exhale once more. I prayed for hope and I prayed for answers. I prayed for my best friend to come home. Sometimes our prayers are heard and answered, but just not in ways that we expected or wanted. To say that I have fully healed from this would be a lie. I held on as long as I could, but the reality was too strong, and for a long time I was in a dark hole. I didn't know how to smile anymore. I became a shell. Yet as time had gone by, the healing process began. I now find myself not as lost anymore. I see beauty in things that I never considered giving a second look to. And I actually look at myself and say she'd be proud. I know she's watching over me, and I know that she's still screaming my name on the sidelines. I am who I am because of what she has done for me in my life. Stephanie would have been 27 this year. She was stolen from us far too soon. Nonetheless, through her name, we will continue to leave a legacy. People are now paying more attention to things only a few knew about. Through her, people who faced enduring the same situation are now finding refuge. Lives are being saved and stories are being told. This is what she would have wanted. Her love and sacrifice for others has no boundaries and will never be thwarted. Happy birthday, Snuff. I miss you and I love you.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Why'd you have to leave so soon, yeah? Why'd you have to go? Why'd you have to leave me when I needed you the most? 'Cause I don't really know how to tell you without feeling much worse. I know you're in a better place, but it's always gonna hurt. Carry on. Carry on. Give me all the strength I need to carry on. It's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
And I'll tell you all about it
When I see you again.
We've come a long way.
Come a long way.
Oh, I'll
Tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
How do I breathe without you? Feeling so cold. I'll be waiting right here till the day you're coming home. Carry on. Give me all the strength I need to carry on. So let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go. And every road you take will always lead you home. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see
I want to start by thanking everyone for attending or tuning in to another Light Up the Night for Steph. It means so much to all of us. For those who still may not know me, my name is Ashley. I met Steph in cosmetology school 10 years ago, and she was one of my best friends. I came across a quote that I wanted to share by a Portuguese writer named Jose Saramago. The worst pain isn't the pain you feel at the time, it's the pain you feel later on, when there's nothing you can do about it. They say that time heals all wounds, but we never truly live long enough to test that theory. Time heals all wounds presumes that grief is finite. It doesn't take into account the should-haves, the could-haves, the would-haves, the what-ifs, or the whys that race through your mind in situations like this. The more time goes on, the more the thoughts race. It's a psychological warfare. Though the world has been ever-changing around us this past year, the only constant has been the gaping hole left in my heart from losing you, Steph. Watching someone as beautiful, selfless, and full of life as you disappear one day at the hands of another. How does one ever come to accept it? I'm still trying to figure that out. I can't seem to grasp that we're here, 1 year later, celebrating another birthday without you here. Some days it feels like it's been a lifetime without hearing your laugh, seeing your smile, or feeling your hugs. But most days it hurts just like it was yesterday. You were, are, and always will be my rock. Wherever life may take me, you will always be a part of who I call home. Though as you were in life, you're certainly still good at making your presence well known. The only difference is now you've actually mastered the art of scaring the crap out of me. But it's comforting to know that you're with me, especially on the days where I thoughtlessly write you a 5-paragraph text, only to remember that you can't read it. So I delete the draft and drive to the cemetery instead. You left us all with a gift, and surprisingly, it's not one that contributed to your shopping addiction. One that I personally have never known someone else to give to this magnitude, and that's strength. The strength to carry on, despite how long the road ahead may look, and heavy the load we're bearing. The strength to dig a little deeper, to find itself hidden within us. I thank you every day on behalf of all of us here, Steph. Without it, I'm not sure where I'd personally be today. You are the true definition of a friendship that never dies. You are the one who I, and many of your friends, knew they could go to with anything. The one we could have conversations with that could not be had elsewhere. The one who could effortlessly put a smile on the face of a stranger. And you have. So many of them. Last year, we lit up Main Street in celebration of your life and your legacy, which we promised to carry out. Your life has been celebrated every day since. Your legacy is being carried out tenfold in each and every one of the lives that you've touched. Not only have you brought countless smiles to the faces of strangers, but you've changed the lives of many, which created a family. A family created by you, full of your angels, as you are theirs, which comes to no surprise for anyone who attended the parties you threw in your parents' basement. You have always been one to show strength in numbers, but you outdid yourself this time. A piece of you lives within each and every one of them. I know how proud you are of everyone, especially your parents and your sisters, and the strength that they've displayed to have carried out such a difficult task. The Stephanie Nicole Parze Foundation is thriving, and all of your angels are working hard in efforts to prevent others from having to go through this. I, as well as many, have heard countless stories of how you have inspired or impacted others. Though I will never understand why it had to be you, I find great comfort in knowing the number of lives that you have and will continue to protect. That is the force that drives us forward. I love you and miss you beyond measure. Happy heavenly 27th birthday, Steph. Cheers, me bitch.
You with the sad eyes. Don't be discouraged, though I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, in the darkness inside you can make you feel so small. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why
smile then. Don't be unhappy, can't remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all that you can bear, you call me up because you know I'll be there. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow. Can't remember when I last saw you laugh. If this world makes you crazy and you've taken all that you can bear, you call me up because you know I'll be there. And I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors, true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow.
All right, so hello everyone. Hope we're all doing well this evening. I kept my speech a little bit short just because for me to be able to get through this, it's better that way. So today we all gather not to only say happy birthday, but to remember someone we all cherish and miss beyond words can say. Stephanie was so many things to so many people: a friend, a daughter, a sister, an inspiration, and so much more. I can remember every time me and Steph would go out, I would always say, "You're gonna do my makeup, right?" Because of her, I've actually found my love for makeup. The Pisces in her found the Cancer in me, and we connected on a whole nother level. From the beach bum days to the nights in the city, Stephanie was anything but a boring time. I hope she's living it up on her 27th birthday in heaven. Her friendship was nothing less than a blessing. I will celebrate you today, tomorrow, and always, Stephanie. We will never forget you or the legacy that you have created. Forever and always, your best friend.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside of my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about what fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. Yeah. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keep on moving, keep climbing, keep the faith, baby. It's all about the climb. Keep your faith, keep your faith. Oh, whoa, whoa.
Before our finale, I would like to thank everyone involved in helping with the production of this tribute to Stephanie. Gelman Images for volunteering their services and studio. Trish Canella for working diligently on putting all the pictures together that you saw. Phil Engel for his tribute song. The members of the Freehold Township High School Choir for their outstanding performances. Eddie and Charlene Parze. And some of Stephanie's closest friends for their heartfelt memories. And for my wife, Jen Eisenstein, for putting together this great finale. Let's light up the night for Steph.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, 'cause no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. And the sharpest words wanna cut me down. Gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me.
Another round of bullets hits my send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me. When the surface words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I make no apologies. This is me. Send a flood to drown them out. This is me.
The Lord brought our baby home. It's been 3 months, it's been way too long. Her hair, her eyes, she was only 25. Her beautiful smile, our baby is home tonight. Baby girl, you're home with the Lord tonight.